Is Remy Ma truly ready to completely expose the pap of it all, or is this promotion for Remy Network? Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Remy Ma and whether or not she is finally ready to expose her husband, ready to do a tell all of the things. Now, I'm still waiting. Remy, where is the Wanna Go music video? What happened to the teaser that you posted for us featuring Amanda Serrano and Alicia Baumgartner? When is the full video coming out? We needed it like yesterday. We needed it like on August 15th, fight night, and all of the things. When is that going to debut for the people? Is what I want to know. Hopefully soon. Hopefully this week. Hopefully before the end of the month. That comes out ASAP. Now, what I want to get into also is I believe Remy Ma was also on a stream with Ty Lil. Now, I personally am not a fan of Ty Lil for a multitude of reasons, and it's primarily how he treats women and the clout chasing off of Kai Cenat and LeBron James that he does. But ultimately, you know what I'm saying? I also understand with these streamers that a lot of them will stream with A-list celebrities, and Remy Ma is an A-list celebrity. Remy Ma is an A-list celebrity and gets the people going, especially in the algorithm, right? So it is always good promotion on her side of things to get her name out there and all the things, right? I just feel some of these male streamers like, child, don't get me started. But what I wanted to get to specifically in this video is what Remy posted via the Remy Network the other day, and I want to give my thoughts.
Can somebody hold my bag? This is not Netflix, right? It's a Remy Network exclusive.
Yeah,
Which camera?
straight.
So, where do I begin?
So the caption associated with as well, you guys, also says the following, right? The following says no caption needed with sunglasses, smiling emojis. This isn't Netflix, it's Remy Network, tags Remy Network with a clock it emoji, with a winking eye emoji, with a firework emoji. No payment required, it's free, with side eye emoji and face blushing emoji. Download Remy Network app Neo, Samsung, Vizio, Roku, Apple App Store, Google, Apple TV, Android, Amazon Fire TV, LG coming soon to Hisense, Whale OS, Titan OS, etc. Hashtag Remy Network, hashtag explore page, you guys. So here is the thing. I thought, of course, per usual, Remy Ma looked gorgeous. I like the little bit at the beginning. Like, can somebody hold my Birkin? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what real shmoney moves, real mogul moves look like. You know what I'm saying? Can you hold my Birkin? Right? And I thought, like I said, Remy, this is something that several celebrities, reality stars, public figures have been doing over the past few months or so, where they're using kind of like this background music for Netflix documentaries, because there's been an influx on Netflix of a documentary for everything. You can have a documentary at this point for the opening of an envelope, and Netflix is going to greenlit it, right? So there's been celebrities for several months who was like, listen, look here, I'm going to do a documentary on, you know what I'm saying, why this show really ended. Why they really got rid of my character on this show. I'm going to do a Netflix documentary on why I'm no longer on your favorite team. I'm going to do a Netflix documentary, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell all on what really happened in this marriage, right? But ultimately, it has gone viral. I believe even quote unquote Dr. Brian even did one to basically be like, I'm gonna do a Netflix documentary on these degrees, on why y'all, you know what I'm saying, whether or not I'm really a doctor, all of the things, right? So a lot of people have done this. It has gotten a lot of views. It's gotten a lot of attention. All of the things. Here's the thing. I think it is initially, first and foremost, promo for REMY Network. I think first and foremost, it is promo for REMY Network. It is promo for you to download the app. It is promo for you to look and watch the content and continue to keep those views in the millions. I think it is also promo for the future places REMY Network will be available for people to download for free. Various, other opportunities, other avenues for you to have access. So it's going to be eventually accessible as many places as possible for you to download that app and for you to watch for free on the app and all of this and all of that. But I can also tell in the actual promo for this in itself that you can tell by Remy Ma's demeanor, by Remy Ma's disposition, how she is presenting herself. You know what I'm saying? That she's basically like listen, look at here. Well, which one is my camera? This ain't no Netflix. This is the REMY Network. You know what I'm saying? Well, let's keep it pushing. I got my own network. I got my own thing happening right now. And all of this and all of that. And then she's like, so where do I begin? And so a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? They want Remy to expose Pap, right? They want her to fully expose how Pap really is, how Pap has really treated her over, the multiple decades that they've been together, that they've been married, all the sort, you know what I'm saying? And really expose out here how bad he has done her, is treated on her, has, cheated on her, has played in her face with various mistresses, because Clarissa is not the first and she won't be the last as long as this, whatever is or isn't going on. There's not a finalized divorce. There's not a divorce decree, right? A lot of people want this. But I feel as though as long as there is an active divorce proceedings taking place, there's only so much that Remy is going to hint at. There's only so much that Remy is going to expose, because you have monitoring spirits in Pap and Clarissa that is also trying to utilize anything and everything against Remy to try to get half of her earnings. So I feel like we're not going to get a full, expose until that divorce is final. Until there is a finalized divorce decree, then the exclusive where Remy is going to let it all hang out and all of this and all of that. But I feel like as long as there is active divorce proceedings, that's not going to be the case. Now, the other side is if for some reason there is not active divorce proceedings and that phony baloney email, crumbled up piece of paper that was the performative divorce filing that Pap filed, and there was no movement on that particular divorce proceedings, and there's no dockets available, or more than a year passed and nothing went down, then that's another conversation. Because it seems as though Pap only likes to quote unquote take action after his mistress complains enough. Pap only likes to take action against Remy when Remy exposes his nonsense, which is why you saw the amped up behavior as of late with his mistress Clarissa, but he still waited until the check cleared to actually do a lovey-dovey post. No. So I feel like primarily, this is me, I'm going to have an unpopular opinion on this, and I'm cool with that. I'm Gucci on that. I think primarily, first and foremost, this was hopping on the trend of people doing Netflix documentary sit-downs and all of this and all of that. But this was primarily to promote REMY Network. This was primarily to get y'all that has still not downloaded REMY Network on y'all devices yet to get it going, to make it happen, and to also let the people know where else this is available. I feel like as long as there are alleged active divorce proceedings where Pap has already shown his hand that he doesn't want to sign a paper, he does not want to finalize a divorce, but is willing to put out a cease and desist against his wife for a song that does not even mention his nor his mistress's name 8 days after the release of the song back in April, that he is on some petty wop nonsense and is willing to do anything to potentially stop her bag. So as much as I would love Remy Ma to fully expose Pap at this point, she has to be strategic. She has to play chess, not checkers. Because when you're dealing with somebody like Pap, if there is an active divorce taking place and she already let it out that he allegedly wants half of her earnings and is trying to do things to stop her motion, is trying to, you know what I'm saying, make the smear campaigns, make the anti-Remy Ma movement happen again to prop up himself and his mistress, Remy Ma has to move different. She has to move different and move strategic in that she has to have her Rico on him and Clarissa, on the smear that they've done against her, on the defamation and slander that they've done against her, and primarily led by Clarissa in the comments and the DMs, in the interviews, in the posts. She is the one that cannot keep Remy's name out of her mouth. She is the one that is concerned about an alleged divorce proceedings between a married couple, and she is not the spouse in the situation. Make it make sense. But it's facts, right? It is facts. Now, Remy did say that eventually she is going to have her own talk show on REMY Network. But keep in mind, Remy Ma has been doing interviews, right? She did an interview with Fat Joe and Jadakiss. She's done an interview, you know what I'm saying, with Angie Martinez. And then there's another interview that she's done. I have not had a chance yet to see it. I have not had a chance to sit down and watch it yet. Your girl's been busy. But ultimately, I say all that to say that she hasn't said anything in those interviews that is going to point to or lead to, as of yet, a expose on her husband. She did mention on Angie Martinez that she was single, but then had to clarify at Angie Martinez's barbecue earlier this month that she's technically not single like a Pringle. She's not technically legally single, because her estranged husband allegedly wants half of her earnings. And that's when she was like, you ain't getting SHIT. And then drop Pap's name and why you effing lying. But at that point, it don't matter because that cease and desist was back in April. But Pap and his mistress will not stop the smear campaign. Will not stop, you know what I'm saying, mentioning Remy, whether it is referring to her directly or indirectly, whether you're saying her name or not, you're still referring to her as Pap's ex or Pap's wife, or Remy needs to be held accountable for this, Remy Ma did this, Remy's got a man, Remy's got somebody too, when there are zero receipts publicly as of Neil that Remy Ma's got anybody. And here is the thing. Even if Remy does at this point, she's not going to be doing what Pap and Clarissa are actively doing. But it was them. It was Clarissa that had the audacity to say on the Breakfast Club, oh yeah, Pap pays all my bills. Then if that is the case, why did a credit card that was linked to your light bill account that is supposed to allegedly be for automatic payments was apparently allegedly stolen and your lights got cut off? Or was it that the money was drained out of that card and it declined? And because it declined, you know what I'm saying? Ultimately, the lights were off for non-payment after several, however long. But here's the thing. They don't just cut off your lights like that after a missed payment. Even after a couple of missed payments, right? It depends on the company. And they usually send you in the mail a disconnection notice. You know what I'm saying? Or some will be brazen with it and put it on your door. That hey, you got a disconnection notice happening. Some of them will try to even give you a courtesy visit. So I don't buy the nonsense Clarissa is saying. Either she's forgetting to pay her bills or Pap is doing what he did to Remy, which is no longer being able to afford to pay her bills. Or it was never paying her bills in the first place. But as much like I said to wrap this up, I do think first and foremost this is promo for Remy Network. I know some people are going to think that maybe she's fully ready, and I do believe deep down she is ready to expose these people. But I feel like as well, if she were to do a tell-all right now, if there is an active divorce, there's only going to be so much that she's allowed to say. But if there is not an active divorce, she could then say enough to make an active divorce actually happen and proceed further. But I feel like I said, I'll stand on it. I'll be on an island. You know what I'm saying? This is all about Remy. This is all about Remy Network and getting as many of y'all to download it, as many of y'all to watch what is on Remy Network, so this can continue to be a success. And then she can also have more content on there, more documentaries, more movies, more TV shows, the more that people spread the word about Remy Network. I feel like that is the primary focus that she did this, to bring more eyeballs and awareness of what Remy Network's got going on and all the places that it is about to be available for you to download in the future. So hopefully, eventually, she can give us a tell-all and a full-on expose. But it's going to have to depend on several things. If, in fact, this divorce ever gets finalized, if, in fact, whether or not there is active divorce proceedings taking place, if, in fact, there is truly a alleged non-disparagement agreement that seems to not extend to Pap and his mistress, but you only want to have smoke for Remy, but y'all for the past 2 years have been saying all types of crazy stuff about Remy. And Remy's been quiet this entire time. She's been silent this entire time. And y'all really had the audacity, you guys. So ultimately, that is it for this video. I need y'all to do me the biggest favor, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. Hype the video like you've never hyped a video before in your life. There is that. That is it. That is all. It's todos es final. Es finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post some content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.